There was a time when America's skyline, factories and railroads were built not by machines, but by hands. Skilled, calloused, proud hands. Every town had its craftsmen. Every city had its trade. And for a long time these jobs didn't just build America, they were America. But progress has a price. And over the last century, as machines got smarter, faster and cheaper, entire professions disappeared. Not because people stopped needing them, but because the world decided it could move on without them. This is the story of 7 high-paying jobs that once defined success, respect and stability, until progress killed them. Number 1. The switchboard operator. Once upon a time, connecting a phone call wasn't instant, it was human. When you picked up the receiver, you'd hear a friendly voice. "Operator, how may I direct your call?" That voice belonged to a switchboard operator, often a young woman sitting in front of a massive panel of blinking lights and cords. Her job was to literally connect people, plugging one line into another to make a call possible. By the 1940s, over 350,000 operators worked across the US. It was considered a solid, respectable job, steady pay, social atmosphere, and for many women, one of the first career paths outside the home. But automation came fast. In 1962, AT&T introduced direct dialing. Suddenly, people didn't need an operator to connect them. A machine could do it instantly. The voices that once connected a nation fell silent, replaced by a dial tone. It wasn't just the end of a job, it was the end of a human touch in communication. Number 2, the ice delivery man. Before refrigerators, the iceman was a household hero. Every morning his horse-drawn cart would rumble through neighborhoods, stacked high with blocks of ice cut from frozen lakes. Kids would chase the cart, hoping for chips of ice to suck on during the summer heat. Housewives waited at the door, icebox ready. It was demanding physical work, lifting heavy blocks, hauling them upstairs, battling the weather. But it paid well, and it mattered. Ice kept food fresh, drinks cold, and homes running. Then, in the 1930s, everything changed. The electric refrigerator arrived. By the 1950s, nearly every home had one. And the Iceman's route, once a symbol of modern living, vanished into memory. What had once been a booming industry of 90,000 men disappeared in less than a generation. Progress doesn't knock. It hums quietly in the corner of your kitchen. Number 3, the railroad fireman. For decades, locomotives ruled America, and no train could run without its fireman. It was a grueling, respected job. The fireman's duty was to shovel coal into the engine's furnace, keeping the fire roaring and the pressure high. It was dangerous, dirty, and vital. A good fireman could keep a train running smooth for hundreds of miles. They were heroes of the rails, strong, skilled, and proud. But when diesel engines replaced steam in the 1940s and 50s, the fireman's role became obsolete overnight. No more coal to shovel, no fire to feed. For many, it was the end of an era, and the beginning of a quieter, more mechanical world. The romance of the railroad faded, replaced by efficiency. The sound of progress wasn't a whistle anymore, it was the low hum of a diesel engine. Number 4, the elevator operator. It may sound simple, but riding an elevator used to be an experience. Dressed in crisp uniforms, operators controlled the ride with precision, starting, stopping, opening the doors with a smooth, practiced motion. They greeted guests, offered directions, and even made small talk. In New York and Chicago, top operators made excellent money. The best ones worked in luxury hotels or department stores and earned tips from the wealthy. Then came the self-service elevator. In the 1950s, Otis Elevator introduced the automatic push-button control. Suddenly, people could ride alone, no uniformed guide required. At first, many were afraid. Signs even read, "Do not operate elevator without an attendant." But convenience always wins. Within a decade, elevator operators were gone, another proud profession lost to progress. Now we press a button and stare at our reflection, never realizing that this quiet ride was once someone's career. Number 5. The milkman. Before supermarkets, milk didn't come in plastic jugs. It came in glass bottles, delivered to your doorstep at dawn. The milkman knew every family on his route, who had kids, who preferred cream, who kept a friendly dog. It was one of the most reliable jobs in post-war America. For decades, the clink of bottles meant freshness, trust, and routine. But refrigeration, again, changed everything. As grocery stores expanded and home fridges became standard, the daily milk delivery began to feel unnecessary. By the 1970s, the milkman was a rare sight, his truck replaced by supermarket shelves. A job once tied to community vanished into convenience. The front porch, once a place of exchange, became just another step between home and car. Number 6. The typist and stenographer. In the 1950s, every major office ran on typewriters and shorthand. Professional typists were in high demand. Fast, organized and precise. Many earned salaries equal to engineers. The best stenographers could transcribe entire meetings in real time, their hands flying over the keys like music. They were the human link between words and records, essential to business, law, and government. Then, in the 1980s, computers arrived, and in less than a decade, typing stopped being a career skill and became an expectation. The typing pool, once a room full of rhythmic clicks and professional pride, went silent. Machines made everyone a typist, but no one just a typist. Another craft erased by progress disguised as productivity. Number 7. The photo developer. For much of the 20th century, capturing a moment wasn't instant. It was an art. You'd take your roll of film to a shop, hand it over, and wait days for the results. Inside dark rooms, photo developers worked like magicians, dipping paper into chemicals, timing exposures, coaxing light and shadow into memories. It was skilled, delicate, and personal. Many made good money from their mastery of film. Then came digital cameras, then smartphones. Now the entire process, once a week-long ritual, happens in a second. Billions of photos exist, but few are printed, touched, or treasured. The photo developer's craft died almost overnight, a casualty of convenience. Progress gives, and progress takes away. Each of these jobs meant more than a paycheck. They gave people purpose, pride, and identity. And when they vanished, something else disappeared too, the quiet dignity of doing one thing well, with your own hands. We often celebrate innovation, faster, smarter, cheaper, but rarely do we pause to ask what we lose along the way. A machine can replace labor, but it can't replace legacy. The switchboard operator's voice, the iceman's route, the fireman's shovel, they all tell a story of human progress and human cost. Every time a new technology rises, an old craft falls silent. But maybe that's the story of America itself, a country forever chasing tomorrow, even as yesterday fades behind it. We call it progress, but for those who lived it, who lost their livelihoods to it, it was something else entirely. It was the price of change. The question now isn't what progress will take next, it's whether we'll remember what it already has.